Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Zeel Astrology, your go-to channel for all things Vedic astrology. Well, today we are going to talk about Mars and Gemini. Mars has already entered Gemini. Today is actually 5th of August when I'm shooting this video, but it will be uploaded by tomorrow, 6th of August. So Mars has entered Gemini on August 2nd and will remain here until September 16, 2026, almost for 47 days. Now, traditionally, Gemini is not considered a very comfortable sign for Mars. And Mars represents raw energy, courage, action, competition, and the desire to move directly toward a goal. Gemini, on the other hand, is a sign of communication, information, curiosity, learning, and mental flexibility as well. And as a result, Mars cannot express itself here in its usual straightforward manner. Instead of directing its energy toward physical action, Mars channels its fire into the mind. Thoughts become faster, conversations becomes sharper, and people may find themselves judging multiple ideas, projects, and interest at the same time. And at the same time, Rahu in Aquarius is forming a supportive triangle connection with Gemini. So this creates a very powerful activation of the air element. And this transit from now onwards, the transit of Mars will be as important as other planets like Saturn, Jupiter, Rahu, and Ketu. The reason is right now Saturn is in Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra, which is, Saturn is in Reti Nakshatra, it is retrograde, and Reti is ruled by Mercury. And as mentioned in my earlier video, that Mercury will play an important role here. And Mars is now in the sign of Gemini, and then Mars will be in Cancer, its debilitation sign with Jupiter. And Mars will now slowly and gradually start slowing its speed from here. So from now onwards, the transit of Mars will be as important as other planets. And before we continue, I would like to thank all of you, because I'm near to reaching 4,000 subscribers on my channel, Zeel Astrology. I know it's a small figure, 4,000, but to me, it means a lot. And thank you, all of you, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. As of now, I'm not a full-time astrologer, so it takes time to shoot videos and edit these videos and then release them on YouTube. But I'm trying my best to make more videos as much as possible for you. And again, thank you so much. And if you like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you'll never miss any updates on my channel. And do like and share my videos with your friends and family. And do not forget to hype as well. Hyping helps me a lot reach larger audience. And it may help people who really need it. And if you can also follow me on Instagram as well. And if you want consultation, you can drop me an email. All the links are given in the description box below. Now coming back to Mars and Gemini, then here communication, learning, networking, technology, media, marketing, social media, businesses, and intellectual pursuits may all receive a significant boost during this phase. Information can travel rapidly, ideas can gain momentum quickly, and opportunities may rise through connections, collaborations, and the exchange of knowledge. Many people may feel mentally stimulated, highly curious, and eager to learn something. Overthinking will be something very prominent during this phase among people. Here, conversations may move faster, decisions may be made more quickly, and new ideas can spread like wildfire. Now, those who are involved in writing, teaching, content creation, consulting, sales, technology, digital marketing, research, media and communication-based professions may benefit from this transit. And Mars brings courage and action to Mercury's intelligence. It encourages people not to think, but also to act upon their ideas. The trinal influence of Rahu adds another layer to this transit. Rahu expands the ambition, innovation, and the desire to reach larger audiences here. So this combination can produce brilliant ideas, breakthrough solutions, unconventional thinking as well, and rapid growth for those who are willing to adapt and think differently. However, every transit has two sides. So when Mars energizes Gemini, the mind can become, people may overthink a lot. People may speak before thinking, react impulsively, argue unnecessarily, or may jump to conclusions or become mentally scattered due to too many options and distractions. Rahu's influence can further increase impatience, restlessness, obsession, misinformation, and the constant urge to stay connected, updated, and engaged. So one of the most important themes of this transit may be the battle between information and wisdom. There will be no shortage of information here. The real challenge will be identifying what is actually valuable for you and what is simply a noise. Those who use this energy for learning, for communicating wisely, skill development, business growth, meaningful networking, and intellectual expansion, people can make remarkable progress during these 46 days or 47 days. And those who allow themselves to become distracted, reactive, or overwhelmed or consumed by endless information may find themselves exhausted despite being constantly busy. Now the universe is accelerating the flow of information. The question is, will you use it to create something meaningful, or will you simply consume more and more? Now if I talk about the aspects of Mars, then the fourth aspect of Mars will fall on the sign of Virgo, where Saturn is also aspecting with its seventh aspect from the sign of Pisces. So this is fascinating combination because Mars wants speed while Saturn wants precision. So Mars will say, act now, and Saturn will say, think carefully before acting. So the result is pressure to improve your routine, your skills, your planning, your own system of working, your organization, your health efficiency and practical execution. Structure will be very important here. Structure and planning will be very important here. Discipline will be very important. For some people, this may feel frustrating because progress can be slower than expected for them. However, this combination is excellent for creating something that lasts for longer time. It favors discipline, as said. It favors new learning, structured work, process improvement, and solving practical problems. So this is not about impulsive actions or success, this aspect. It is about something what we call it as engineered success. Now this, if I talk about the seventh aspect, then the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, where again Saturn is also aspecting with its 10th aspect. from Pisces. So Virgo and Sagittarius both are receiving the aspects of Mars and Saturn. This is where your beliefs, your principles, your education, your righteousness, your truth, law, religion, philosophy, and long-term vision are being are being structured here. If it goes positive, it can also be challenged as well, because Mars brings debate. Mars energizes this house, and Saturn brings accountability. So collectively, people may become more vocal about their opinions, their beliefs. Aggression within people may increase. And however, Saturn will force reality checks here. The combination often exposes the weak ideologies, unrealistic expectations, false promises, and exaggerated narratives. On a personal level, many people may question, what do I actually want? What do I actually believe? What direction am I heading toward? Is it practical or not? Or is it just some exciting idea and whatsoever? So this is a powerful combination for if you want to learn something, a very serious, a very powerful combination for serious learning, because Saturn will help filter what is useless, while Mars pushes people to actively seek answers, and Saturn will also provide the guidance as well. Saturn is like a minister, a mantri, and Mars is a warrior. So when a warrior is guided, if it goes positive, then it can take you to the heights. It is one of the best combinations which I think it is for if it goes positive. Now, if I talk about the eighth aspect, then eighth aspect of Mars falls in the sign of Capricorn, where Jupiter is aspecting with its seventh aspect. Well, this aspect is also interesting combination. Eighth aspect of Mars is intense. It is about transformation. It is about decisive action, breakthrough. And Jupiter's aspect brings wisdom, guidance. It brings long-term thinking, ethics, etc. So together they can create a rare balance between courage and wisdom if it goes again positive in your chart. So use this energy wisely this time. The energy of Mars and the combination right now that are happening, Mars, Saturn, and Mars, Jupiter. Mars gives the willingness to take action. Jupiter provides judgment regarding where that action should be directed. This combination can produce a strategic business decision or career decisions, intelligent risk taking. These are the positives which I'm talking about right now. Or career restructuring for many, long-term financial planning, important life decisions, and so on. And many people may feel compelled to make changes, important changes in areas of life that have become stagnant. Unlike pure Mars energy, which can sometimes be reckless, Jupiter's influence helps ensure that actions are guided by wisdom rather than impulse. Now, who will be impacted the most by this transit? Then, obviously, if you're running Mars Dasha, whether it's Mahadasha or Antadasha, Saturn or Jupiter Mahadasha, Antadasha, if you have Mars-Saturn combination in your chart, Jupiter-Mars combination in your chart, or Rahu-Mars combination in your chart, those who have Moon-Mars combination in their chart, and obviously Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Ascendants, and Moon sign will also be impacted. Whether these these impacts will be positive or negative, or both will entirely depend on your personal chart. No transit is entirely positive or no transit is entirely negative. And for the remedial part, I would suggest that doing Hanuman Chalisa will be one of the strongest remedies. And as usual, you can also chant Vishnu Sahasranam as well, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury represents Bhagwan Sri Hari Narayan or Bhagwan Vishnu. So you can chant Vishnu Sahasranam or even Narayan Kavach as well for better mental clarity and wisdom. And you can also do Ganesh Stuti. Now let's quickly move on to ascendant and moon sign wise analysis, and this will be a quick analysis, a short quick analysis.
Aries ascendant and moon sign. For Aries natives, Mars is your ascendant lord and it is in your third house, the sign of Gemini. Well, third house is considered a stronger placement for Mars. I am not talking about the sign, but I am talking about the house here. Mars is considered good in the third house. So, for you, Aries natives, your courage, your confidence, your initiative, and the desire to take action can increase significantly during this transit. And you may feel motivated to learn new skills or maybe even launch a new project or to start a new venture or take some initiation. And considering Rahu's position in Dhanishta and Mars transit in the third house in Gemini and Mercury as of now present in Gemini, this can be a good period for those who are in content creation, social media, etc. However, you can become more active on social media as well. So be careful here. Too much of anything is not good. And this can be also a good period for those who are in marketing, networking, sales, because you will have the energy here, the necessary energy. And this can also be a good period for those who are in writing, teaching, or promotion related fields. However, communication is very important here because Mars can also make you impatient in conversations. So avoid reacting too quickly or engaging in unnecessary debates. This position can actually make your speech harsh or direct as well, and success will come through intelligent action rather than impulsive action. Now, if I talk about the aspects here, then the fourth aspect of Mars will fall on the sign of Virgo, and the seventh aspect of Saturn also falls on the sign of Virgo, your sixth house. So, the combination of these aspects can help you defeat competition, improve your health routines, and become highly productive. A very good period for restructuring your daily routine for better. A good period to bring structure in your life. So, plan and organize and make strategies about your life or whatever you are doing or focusing in your life, including your career or anything else. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your ninth house, the fiery sign, and Saturn is also aspecting this house. Try to be open minded and accepting when it comes to your religion or dharma, because here your beliefs may be tested. Good period for long and short journeys. If it is well planned, planning is very important here because Mars and Saturn are both are influencing planning. So planning and strategy is very important. So planning your travel in advance will be better. And you may also realize that some goals in your life may need more practical planning as well. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, where Jupiter is also aspecting. So, in short, your career decisions now or made now can have long term significance in your life. So, use the Jupiterian wisdom here. Growth will only come from wise strategic action rather than impulsive actions. Taurus ascendant and moon sign. For Taurus natives, Mars is your 12th lord and your 7th lord, and it is transiting your second house, the sign of Gemini. Second house relates to finances, family, speech, and so on. So first of all, communication in your relationships is very important because Mars transiting the second house, it can make your speech blunt and harsh. and try not to be dominant, or try not to win each and every conversation within your family, in your relationship. And 12th lord in the second house can increase your expenditures. Cash on hand can reduce, or liquid money can reduce. So it is important that you save money. So now try not to do unnecessary expenditures. Although for some Taurus natives your expenditures on hospitals or clinics may also happen, or you may have to incur some expenditure, more expenditure on on your family, maybe due to some or the other reason. But if possible, try to save the excess money you have. Although, on a positive note, your energy, the focus of your energy may shift towards increasing your income as well. So, you will try your best here to improve your income in building financial stability and finding new ways to generate money. And for some Taurus natives, you may become even more aggressive or energized in business negotiations or financial planning as well. So, in a way, good for those who are into business. Although there could be some issues in married life, maybe due to financial issues, or due to family, or even maybe due to your speech. So, try to keep calm as much as possible, because right words can open doors while careless words can create unnecessary conflicts. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your fifth house, where Saturn is also aspecting. So, this can be an exceptional period if you really want to work, and actually, this will give you the energy, especially to children or students when it comes to their education. This can be an energetic period for people who are into sports, also good for creative projects as well. And it is also a very beautiful period if you want to start any physical activity in your daily routine life, any sport or yoga, gymming, workout, anything. Just make sure your decisions are well thought out and wise and not impulsive in nature. And if you are pregnant, then take care of your health. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your fifth house. Sorry, your eighth house, where Saturn is also aspecting with the 10th aspect. So, this can make you think a lot. So, maybe your hidden fears, your psychological patterns may require attention here. Do not overthink. Try to calm your mind as much as possible. Although this period can bring sudden transformations in your life, or sudden events as well in your life. A good period if you want to start or build joint assets with your spouse, with your partner. And since the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your ninth house, where Jupiter is also aspecting, so this can bring some transformation in your relationship with your father. This period can bring positive guidance in your life if it goes positive. There could be travel opportunities as well, and for some, travel can also be the reason for transformation in your life. Just take care of your father's health during this phase. Gemini ascendants and moon sign. For Gemini natives, Mars is transiting your ascendant, your first house, and it rules your 11th house and your 6th house. So, this transit can bring an increase or surge of energy in your life. It can bring surge of ambition. It can bring confidence to you. But with that, restlessness will also increase. Your desires will can also increase here, because Mars is your 11th lord, and Aries is the Mool Trikon sign of Mars. And basically, your desires may increase, and you may chase more after desires. And obviously, this can easily create mental restlessness. And you may also feel a strong desire to take control of your life, to pursue your personal goals, to improve your appearance or reinvent yourself in some way. And because Mercury is already uh, transiting the sign of Gemini as of now, and with Mars in conjunction with Gemini, with Mercury here, your mind may become extremely active, or I can say hyperactive during this phase. Although, on a positive note, new ideas can come rapidly to you. You may feel excited about multiple opportunities at once as well. But the challenge here will be to maintain focus. So, avoid scattering your energy across too many projects, because if you channel this transit properly, you can accomplish more than you expected. And because Mars is your sixth lord, so try not to be argumentative and stay away from disputes as much as possible. Although this transit can also impact your health, so take care of your health. A very beautiful period for improving your routine or bringing discipline in your routine specifically, and good for achieving success in competition. Although be careful of accidents during this phase. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your fourth house, where Saturn is also aspecting with its seventh aspect. So, this combination can create pressure regarding home or within home. It can create some issues or pressure regarding property, family responsibility, and even emotional stability as well. The the only thing that you need to do here is that practical solutions will work better than emotional reactions. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your seventh house, where Saturn is also aspecting. There can be some challenges in your married life and even in your business partnerships as well. Although good for business growth if you want to take some wise, calculated, well thought out strategic actions. Although, if this goes positive in your chart, then it can bring back the energy and passion in your married life. But if not, then it can create dominance issues or some other challenges. And take care of your partner's health during this phase. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, where Jupiter is also aspecting your eighth house. Honestly, this is not the phase when I would suggest that you should invest impulsively in speculative markets, although the combination of these aspects can help you transform old patterns and make wise long term decisions in your life. This period can also bring transformations in your shared resources or joint assets with your spouse. And only if your chart supports and if it goes positive in your chart, then this can also bring sudden gains to you as well. Maybe through insurance or inheritance or something else. And a very good period if you want to learn any subject which requires diving deep down. But because it is the eighth aspect of Mars on the eighth house, so take care of your health here and accidents as well. Cancer ascendant and moon sign for Cancer natives. For Cancer ascendant, Mars rules your ninth house and your fifth house, and Mars is transiting your 12th house, the sign of Gemini. So, first of all, this transit has the potential to increase your foreign connection, to work with international clients. Also, a good period for spirituality as well, because Mars is your fifth lord. So, good period for spiritual activities, doing spiritual activities. And because Jupiter is right now positioned in your ascendant, aspecting Saturn in the ninth house, and Mars being the 10th lord in the 12th house, if this goes positive in your chart, then this can bring long travel or foreign travel to you. Or even your children may get opportunity to move abroad or go abroad. However, because Mars is transiting the 12th house, obviously your mind may become overactive, making it difficult to switch off completely. And sometimes this can affect your concentration as well. So, managing stress, sleep, and mental exhaustion will be extremely important here. Although this is the phase when some productive work may happen, or you are able to do a productive work which nobody else can do. So, this is something positive. Take care of your children's health and your eye health as well. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, where Saturn is also aspecting on your third house. Use this influence to make your communication highly strategic, which will be very beneficial to you in your career. Also, a good period for writers, researchers, teachers, planners, etc. The seventh aspect of Saturn falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your sixth house, where Saturn again is also aspecting. So, a very good period to overcome obstacles and improve your daily routine life. Although hurdles will be there, but if you really work and improve yourself, then you can overcome hurdles and obstacles. Hidden enemies, hidden challenges in life may come to light during this phase. Just take care of your health. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your seventh house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. So, well, this influence can bring transformation in your relationship and also in your business and business partnerships as well. If you use this energy positively, then it will support mature relationships despite occasional disagreements. Try to consider the thoughts and views of your partner and try not to dominate them in each and every situation or conversation. It will help you a lot in balancing your relationship. Leo ascendants and moon sign for Leo natives. Mars is transiting your 11th house, the sign of Gemini, and Mars rules your ninth house and your 4th house. Well, for Leo natives, this can be a rewarding period or a beneficial period for expanding your social networks, your ambitions, your influence, and reaching larger audiences. This is the period to channelize your energy towards long term goals and ambitions. And if it goes positive in your chart, then you may get opportunities through friends or maybe professional contacts or social media or even collaborative projects as well. And financial gains are also possible for you. However, be selective about the people you surround yourself with because not every connection will be a genuine one. Although this period can bring some issues with siblings, with elder siblings, so take care in that part. And if there were any long pending promotions or increments, then this period can favor. Also, a very good period to start learning something or pursue higher education. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your second house. Be careful in your communication part, in your speech part, because it can become direct and straightforward because Saturn is also aspecting your second house here. Be very cautious about your diet as well. Although, good period to focus towards financial planning and wealth creation and handle situations in your family wisely. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is also aspecting with its 10th aspect on your fifth house. Try to be more warm and caring with your children. Don't be too dominating here or harsh as well. Your creativity may improve, and people into sports can get the necessary energy now here, but try not to overdo. This period could also bring changes in your belief system regarding spirituality as well and also regarding romance. Although you need to be careful in your romantic relationship if you have any. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, where Jupiter is also aspecting. You need to be very careful with your health here because it's the eighth aspect of Mars, which is falling on your sixth house. Also, Jupiter is also aspecting, so there will be some relief, but you still need to take care of your health. For Leo natives, it is very important. This is the period when you can work on transforming your daily routine life and encourage healthier routine. A helpful period for overcoming challenges and obstacles after initial hurdles, and a good period for competition as well. If your chart supports, then this phase can also bring job opportunities. Your luck can favor you, or you may successfully clear a competitive exam. And promotions are also on cards if your chart allow. Promotion and increment both. Virgo ascendant and moon sign for Virgo natives. Mars is transiting the sign of Gemini. Mars rules your eighth house and your third house. and it is transiting your 10th house as of now. Now, 10th house relates to your career, your profession, your reputation, your karma. Now, first of all, Mars being the 8th lord in the 10th house, it it is going to bring some ups and downs in your career here. Sudden gains are also possible here, or sudden events in your profession are possible for Virgo natives. And this transit can make you highly driven and focused on moving ahead in your professional life. Here, your responsibilities can increase. Good to pursue leadership roles or work aggressively towards important career objectives here. But because Gemini is related to communication, so your professional success may depend heavily on your communication, your presentation, your public interactions, or how you communicate with people, or how you negotiate with people. And if it goes positive, Mars can bring sudden recognition to you. But on the other hand, this same transit can bring impatience within you when it comes to work. It can also create some issues with authority figures or co workers. So, again, strategic communication will produce better results than confrontation here, unless and until necessary. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on your ascendant, your first house, where Saturn is also aspecting with its seventh aspect. On one hand, this can create a pressure for self improvement. And this self improvement could be anything and everything. Maybe it could be your communication style, maybe it could be how you present yourself, it could be your health as well, or anything else. And you may be compelled to become highly disciplined here in that part of your life. Although this influence can make you critical of yourself. So be careful in that part. But in a positive manner, it's a good period to work on yourself, to improve yourself, and to become disciplined in your life. Rahu, which is position in your sixth house, will also help you here. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, where Saturn is also aspecting on your fourth house. It is important for Virgo natives that you handle family and home related issues with maturity and wisdom and not with impatience. Although this influence of both Saturn and Mars can provide you the necessary energy to take any or some important action which is required for you at the moment, anything regarding your home or your property or your family. This can also provide you the strength to purchase a property as well, purchase or sell the property or land as well. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your fifth house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This is the phase when you need to take your decisions very carefully, wisely, maturely, and again, not with impatience. This is also the phase when your mindset regarding your education, especially if you are a student or a learner, then your mindset regarding the education may change during this phase, or you may think of changing your subject as well. This period also has the potential to bring transformation in your creativity, in your intellectual growth as well. So use this period positively and constructively. Take care of your children's health, and if you are pregnant, then be careful with your health here as well. This is also the period when you may want to enjoy your life, or you may want entertainment, fun in your life in a way which is good to keep your mind relaxed. However, excess of anything is not considered good. So keep that as well in your mind. Libra ascendants and moon sign. For Libra natives, Mars rules your seventh house and your second house, and Mars is transiting your ninth house, the sign of Gemini. So first of all, if your chart supports, then this transit can bring travel to you, long distance travel, maybe with your spouse or with your family. It can also bring spiritual journeys as well for you. And it is important during this phase that you avoid being overly attached to your opinions. Be open minded as much as possible, especially when it comes to religion. And because Mars will be aspecting your 12th house, the sign of Virgo, along with Saturn. So, this can provide opportunities for foreign travel. Although this can bring stress to you or expose hidden stress patterns that may need healing. Your sleep will be impacted during this phase, and take care of your health. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your third house, where Saturn is also aspecting. If you wisely use this period and if you work on your communication, then this can be a very good period for making your communication bold and influential. Although it can also become direct as well because two malefics are aspecting third house. So you need to be careful in that part, but good period for working on your communication. Issues with neighbors and younger siblings may arise during this phase, so be careful in that part. But this aspect of Mars, seventh aspect of Mars on the third house, will also give you the energy to take necessary actions in your life. And it will be supported by Saturn if those actions are taken with maturity and wisdom and not with impulsiveness. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your fourth house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. So, transformation in matters related to your family or property may happen, and this period can also bring some emotional instability as well to you. So try to keep yourself calm as much as possible because it can be frustrating as well, and it can easily convert into anger, which can create issues with family and family members. Scorpio ascendants and moon sign. For Scorpio natives, Mars is your ascendant lord and your sixth lord, and Mars will be transiting your eighth house. On a positive note, this can be a very powerful transit for inner growth or deep personal development. A good period if you are interested in astrology, occult sciences, healing, investments. With investments, I'm not talking about speculative investments, but some long term, low risk investments. And if you are also, it can be supportive if you are interested in any sort of research work as well. This period can bring gains for you, sudden gains for you. And this period can also bring transformation in your life, sudden ups and downs as well. Because 8th house is a very tricky position. Try not to mentally exhaust yourself or take stress of anything unnecessary, especially related to your career. On a very negative part, only if this goes very negative in your chart, then this can also create obsession of something. So avoid obsessing over situations you cannot control and take care of accidents here, accidents as well. And now if I talk about the aspects, then the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your 11th house. So this period can bring gains for you if you work steadily towards your goals here. This period can also bring gain of something for you. Gain can could be anything in this case. It could be gain of knowledge or income or anything else. Even promotions are possible if only if your chart supports. Now the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your second house, where Saturn is also aspecting. So this is a good period if you want to bring structure regarding your finances and savings. It is good period to discipline your spending habits, and your finances may also undergo some important changes here during this phase. Be careful with your speech. Issues in family may happen due to speech issues. So be careful with what you speak. And the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your third house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. So this is a good period if you want to work on your communication. Both Mars and Saturn aspecting your second house and Jupiter Mars aspecting your third house. A good period to work on your communication, to learn and develop your skills and communication. A good period for learning, although this period can bring some transformations related to your third house. So be careful, especially when you are taking any action in your life. Use Jupiterian wisdom and the maturity of Saturn rather than the impulsiveness of Mars. Sagittarius ascendants and moon sign. For Sagittarius natives, Mars rules your fifth house and your 12th house, and Mars is transiting the sign of Gemini, your seventh house. First of all, if you are unmarried, then this period can bring marriage to you if you are actively looking for a life partner. And if this transit goes positive in your chart, then this can bring romance and passion in your relationship. Although, because Mars is a malefic planet, and if this goes negative, and because Mars is also your 12th lord as well, so this can create issues in relationship, in marriage, if dominance and aggression or anger becomes too heavy here. And here, conversations that were avoided by you may finally take place. Although this can be both positive or negative as well, depending on your chart. And this is also the phase when you may incur expenditure on your spouse or on your near and dear ones. And if you are a business person, then business agreements or partnerships can move quickly here, and your collaborative ventures or agreements may gain momentum as well. Mars here can also increase competitiveness in your business and also in your relationship as well, both competitiveness and impatience. And as I said earlier, because Gemini represents communication and Mars is transiting here, so there may be issues. Many issues will be solved or created through words. So it all depends on your maturity and your wisdom, how you use your words. And try to be a good listener. Listening carefully will be as important as expressing your own views. Especially listen to your partner's view, whether your business partner or your life partner. And try not to be too dominant with them, because dominance and anger can create issues here. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your 10th house, where Saturn is also aspecting. So, obviously, this combined influence of Mars and Saturn can increase professional responsibilities where you will have to work really hard. It will make you work hard, but it will also, on the other hand, it will also strengthen your career foundations as well. It can also bring career opportunities for you as well here, and you will have the necessary strength to work on your goals or your projects here. Make sure you work in a structured manner and not without any plans, which is very important here. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on your ascendant, the sign of Sagittarius, your first house, where Saturn is also aspecting with its 10th aspect. A very good period to work on yourself, whether it's your health, your weight, your knowledge, your skills, your looks, anything, your communication, anything and everything here, which is required at the moment. So, very good period to work in these areas to give your best. And this is also a period of personal maturity where your actions and your beliefs or your thoughts must align. Take care of your health here, although you will have the necessary strength to overcome the challenges, but still you need to take care here. And because Mars is aspecting your second house, the sign of Capricorn, so be careful with your diet and your eating habits. And because Jupiter is also aspecting here with Mars, and Mars is also affecting your ascendant, so stay away from any tamasic food until Mars is present here in the sign of Gemini. Even after that as well, for until Mars moves out of the sign of Leo by next year and enters the sign of Virgo, because this period can create acidity issues easily, So be careful of your diet, be careful of your speech here. And transformation in family is also possible, is on cards for Sagittarius natives. Ups and downs in family can also happen here. And there could be some health issue in the family, and you may have to frequently visit hospitals as well only, but this will only happen if your chart supports. And if it goes positive in your chart, then there could be some addition in your family as well. Capricorn ascendant and moon sign. For Capricorn natives, Mars is transiting the sign of Gemini, your sixth house, and it rules your fourth house and your 11th house. In a way, this is a productive transit for overcoming obstacles, solving your problems, improving your efficiency, being disciplined, good for competition, good to organize your life, improve your routine life, and tackle challenges that others usually avoid. So, Mars here can provide you some positive motivation here. But it is important for Capricorn natives to bring patience within them. Use the Saturnian energy that you have inbuilt within you. Impatience here will not be beneficial to you because Mars here in the sixth house can make you a bit of impatient. And also, you need to be very cautious with your speech and your actions here because it could create disputes, especially in your home environment and with your co-workers or with higher authorities at your workplace. Although this influence of Mars in the sixth house in Gemini is good for analytical thinking and practical problem solving as well. And Mars here can also give you mental endurance to excel in certain situations. However, avoid overloading yourself with too many commitments. Because remember, productivity increases only when energy is directed towards priorities rather than constant multitasking. Take care of your mother's health during this phase, and some of you may face some challenges or issues in their social life or within friend circle. However, if it goes positive, then some of you may even get new job opportunities as well if it goes positive in your chart. Now, the fourth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Virgo, your ninth house, where Saturn is also aspecting. Very good period for spirituality, for disciplined learning, for if you want to pursue any higher knowledge, then a very good period for that as well. Although this period can bring some friction with your father or father like figures. And if your chart supports, this period can also bring travel as well. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls in the sign of Sagittarius, your 12th house, where Saturn again is aspecting as well. So, this is the phase where some of your subconscious fears may surface, where you may be forced to resolve those issues, and you may even have some stress issues, and which could lead to sleep issues or sleep troubles. And this can make you overthink a lot as well. Take care of your health here, which is very important, and stay away from any kind of unhealthy habits in your life, which is very important here. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on your ascendant, your first house. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars is the aspect of transformation, sometimes sudden ups and downs as well. So, on a positive note, this can give you, and because Jupiter is also aspecting your ascendant, so this can boost your confidence, this can boost your courage to make major life decisions. However, again, be cautious not to make impulsive decisions here. Be careful of accidents during this phase, and transformations can happen, sudden transformations or sudden events can happen in your life. However, not necessarily that everything will be negative. Aquarius ascendant and moon sign. For Aquarius natives, Mars rules your third house and your 10th house, and Mars is transiting the sign of Gemini, your fifth house. Fifth house relates to our intelligence, decisions, creativity, education, self expression, romance, and so on. Well, on a positive note, this transit can bring a flood of ideas and inspire you to share your talents with the world. Very good period for using your creativity in your projects or anything you are doing. whether it's content creation, it's writing or teaching, or any venture which can benefit you significantly. However, because Rahu is in the first house in your ascendant, and it is forming a triangle influence with Mars. So, and Mars is also your third lord as well. So, this can increase your ambition and also your desires, especially for desire for your desire for recognition. So, here you need to know your limits and work with righteousness and ethics. A good period for those who are in sports, or if you want to start any activity, physical activity, or if you want to start or join sports, or maybe gym or yoga classes or any physical activity. And new opportunities may also emerge in your career, especially if you use innovative ideas and technology. However, because Mars is here in the fifth house, so please avoid impulsive decisions in your life, especially when it comes to speculative investments and also in your romantic matters. And you need to balance your wisdom with your enthusiasm. Only then your creativity will thrive. And try to do one work at a time instead of multitasking all things at the same time. A very good period for learning new skills or upgrading yourself, upgrading your knowledge, or learning something which can help you grow in your career. Now, this fourth aspect of Mars falls in the sign of Virgo, your eighth house, where Saturn is also aspecting. In a way, this can trigger deep psychological transformation and powerful inner growth for you if it goes positive in your chart. Although you need to take care of your health here because two malefics are aspecting your eighth house, so health should not be ignored, and even Rahu is in your ascendant, so health should be your priority. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Sagittarius, your 11th house, where again Saturn is also aspecting. So, this is a period to work towards your goals, your future goals. And some of you may even get clarity, more clarity, and you may become more realistic about your future and future goals. Pisces ascendant and moon sign. For Pisces natives, Mars rules your second house and your ninth house, and Mars is transiting your fourth house, the sign of Gemini. This period may motivate and encourage you to improve your living environment or to focus on property related matters. Buying and selling of property is possible for you, but make sure the decision is not impulsive in nature. And at a deeper level, this transit can bring mental restlessness and a desire to find greater emotional security. And Mars here may draw your attention towards some unresolved issues within your family, and you may make some important family decisions as well here. And discussions within the family may become more frequent as well. The key is to communicate clearly and with warmth and love in your speech rather than reacting impulsively, because this during this phase productive conversations can bring solutions that have been delayed for a long time. Although this Mars can sometimes, if it goes negative, then it can bring some anger issues and frustration at your home or within the family, so you need to keep calm and act maturely. Now, coming to the aspects of Mars, then the fourth aspect of Mars will fall on the sign of Virgo, your seventh house, sorry, where Saturn is also aspecting from your ascendant. So, this aspect can bring some important decisions and discussions, especially practical decisions within your relationship. Although this period can bring some issues within a marriage if not handled with wisdom and maturity. Try not to dominate your partner, because this during this phase ego issues can easily overpower your communication and your actions. But a good period if both of you and your spouse, if you work together as a team, then you will be able to overcome obstacles and challenges in your life. Now, the seventh aspect of Mars will fall on the sign of Sagittarius, your 10th house. Here, Saturn is also aspecting. And because both Mars and Saturn are aspecting your 7th house and your 10th house, so whether you are a business person or if you are in a job, then this is the period where well planned and strategic approach towards your goals will be supported. And this phase can reassess and refine your career goals as well. Although, especially if you are in a job, then you may have some issues with your co-workers or with higher authorities during this phase, some ego issues or anger issues. So you need to be careful here. Keep calm as much as possible. Unnecessary argument should be avoided. Now, the eighth aspect of Mars falls on the sign of Capricorn, your 11th house, where Jupiter is also aspecting. This period can bring transformation in your finances, your gains, and again long term goals and achievements. Your responsibilities in your career may increase. And if it goes positive, then this period can bring promotion as well for you. Your luck may support you. Although you need to be careful with your expenditures and with your investments. And this period can bring some issues, some minor issues with your friend circle, within your friend circle, your social circle, or with your elder siblings. Otherwise, this period can bring changes and structuring in your finances.